What if I told you some Jeep owners are paying thousands of dollars for things they never needed in the first place? From fake fixes and dealer markups to overpriced upgrades and one Wrangler that's become a money pit. These are the biggest ways Jeep owners accidentally drain their wallets. Starting at number 8 is premium gas. If you own a Wrangler with the 3.6-liter Pentastar V6, which is the engine in most Wranglers on the road, you don't need premium fuel and you don't even need mid-grade. Jeep designed that motor to run on regular 87 octane, and pumping anything fancier into your tank does nothing for it. No extra power, no better mileage, no longer engine life. The only Jeeps that actually want premium are the 2.0-liter turbo, the 6.4-liter Hemi in the 392, and the 4xe plug-in hybrid. Everyone else with a regular Wrangler is just lighting money on fire at the pump. The math on this one stings. If premium costs around 50 cents more per gallon, and the average Wrangler driver covers 15,000 miles a year while getting about 19 miles to the gallon, you're wasting close to $400 a year for zero benefit. The engine can't even tell the difference between 87 octane and 91 octane going into the tank. The worst part is, most owners doing this don't even know they're doing it. They just heard somewhere that premium is better for the engine, so they reflexively pump 91 every time they pull up to the station. Save your wallet and go read your owner's manual tonight. But the waste at number 7 is something almost every Jeep owner is still falling for, even though the manual literally tells them not to. Sliding into number 7 is the 3,000-mile oil change. This scam refuses to die. The Jeep owner's manual is crystal clear that modern synthetic oil is good for 7,500 to 10,000 miles between changes, and yet every dealer in America still slaps that little sticker on your windshield telling you to come back in 3,000. They do it because that's how they pay the rent. More oil changes mean more service visits, more upsell shots, and more chances to push you into a brake flush, an injector cleaning, or a coolant service you don't actually need. The math gets ugly fast. A dealer oil change on a Wrangler runs about $100 to $145, depending on where you live. If you're changing oil at 3,000 miles instead of 7,500, you're doing nearly 3 times more oil changes than your truck actually needs. That works out to a few $100s a year flushed straight down the drain, along with perfectly good synthetic oil. While we're on the topic of dealer scams, watch out for the diagnostic fee trick. One Pentastar owner posted online that he got hit with a $165 fee just to plug in a code reader at his dealer. You can buy that same code reader on Amazon for $30 and read the code yourself in the parking lot in under a minute. The dealer wants you scared and confused, so you say yes to every repair they pitch. The next trap on this list is the one Jeep culture itself created, and the numbers behind it are wild. Rolling into number 6 is Mopar accessories and the rubber duck craze. Walk into any Jeep dealer and look at the accessory wall on your way to the service desk. A set of Mopar branded all-weather floor mats can run you anywhere from $180 to $300, depending on the trim and model. Those exact same mats cost the manufacturer somewhere around $40 to $80 to actually make. That's a serious markup just because the word Mopar is stamped on the corner. Quality aftermarket mats that fit better, look nicer, and last longer start at about $85 to $169. Now the wild part. According to Jeep itself, 98% of all Wranglers leave the dealership with at least one factory accessory tacked onto the final bill. So nearly every Jeep on the road already paid that fat markup before it even hit the owner's driveway. Then we get to the rubber duck thing. If you've owned a Jeep for more than 10 minutes, you already know about Duck Duck Jeep. Owners leave little rubber ducks on each other's hoods as a friendly hello. Cute tradition, but it can become an expensive habit. The executive director of the Jeep Girl Mafia, a 26,000-member group for female Jeep owners, was quoted saying she doesn't even know how much money she's spent on those darn ducks. Some Jeep owners have collections of literally hundreds of ducks sitting on their dashboards. At $3 to $4 a pop, plus the holiday-themed ducks that cost even more, total adds up faster than people realize. Coming up at number 5 is a dealer trick that pulls over $1,000 from your wallet in a single signature. If you want to avoid costly Jeep mistakes and keep your Wrangler running for hundreds of thousands of miles, check out my 500,000-mile Jeep blueprint. Link is in the description below. Now, back to the list. Coming in at number 5 is the extended warranty markup. Mopar Vehicle Protection is a real, factory-backed extended warranty product. The coverage itself is completely legit. The problem is the wildly inflated price your dealer charges for it. Consumer Affairs found dealers selling these exact warranties anywhere from $700 all the way up to $5,000 depending on the coverage tier. And the finance guy in the back room is marking that contract up hard before he even slides it across the desk to you. But you can buy the same exact Mopar warranty online from authorized Mopar dealers like Granger Motors for around $25 over wholesale cost. One Jeep forum user reported saving over $1,200 by getting identical coverage online instead of signing at his local dealer. Same paperwork, same coverage tier, same factory backing on the contract, none of the markup. And it gets even better than that. Your factory warranty doesn't expire the second you drive off the lot. You actually have until the end of your factory bumper-to-bumper warranty to decide whether to buy extended coverage. So nobody should ever pressure you into signing for it on day one of ownership. That pressure is exactly how they pull fat commissions out of you. If your Jeep happens to be the reliable 3.6 Pentastar V6, the math on whether to even buy a warranty in the first place gets sketchy. You might be better off taking that $2,000 and stuffing it into a savings account so you can pay for any future repairs out of pocket. The waste at number 4 is the most dangerous one on this entire list, and ignoring it could literally kill you. At number 4 is the death wobble Band-Aid fix. If you don't know what death wobble is, buckle up tight. It's when your Wrangler hits a bump on the highway at 45 to 65 miles per hour, and out of nowhere the entire front end of your truck starts shaking so violently you think the wheels are about to fall off. It's absolutely terrifying. It's flat out dangerous. And it's still happening on JK Wranglers, JL Wranglers, and Gladiator pickups to this very day. Now the money waste part. When you bring your shaking Wrangler into your dealer, they often just slap on a brand new steering stabilizer and send you back out the door. That stabilizer part costs anywhere from $60 to $350 installed. Problem solved, right? Not even a little bit. The stabilizer doesn't actually fix death wobble at all. It just hides the symptom for a few weeks or maybe a few months at best. Forum mechanics who deal with this problem all day are blunt about the truth. The vast majority of death wobble cases actually trace back to a worn-out track bar. The rest typically comes from worn ball joints, bad tie rod ends, or loose suspension bolts up front. So you pay $300 for a Band-Aid stabilizer, you drive home happy, and a few months later the wobble comes roaring right back. One 4xe owner posted on a forum that the wobble returned 3 to 4 separate times before someone finally diagnosed the real cause. A proper death wobble repair runs about $500 to $3,500, depending on how many suspension parts are actually worn out. Painful in the short term, but it's a one-time fix that actually solves the problem. Compare that to the Band-Aid stabilizer route, where you keep paying the dealer over and over for a symptom they refuse to fix. The next trap up is the king of all Jeep money pits, and most owners walk right into it without thinking twice. At number 3 is oversized tires and lift kits. This is the absolute king of Jeep money pits. The trap goes like this. You buy a brand new Wrangler. You see other Wranglers around town rolling on 35-inch tires and a 4-inch lift. You think to yourself, I need that look right now. So you drop around $2,000 on the tires and another $2,000 on a quality lift kit, thinking the project is finished. The project isn't even close to finished. Bigger tires completely throw off your factory gearing. Your Wrangler simply doesn't have the power to spin them properly. Your acceleration tanks your already terrible fuel economy. Gets even worse, and your transmission ends up working way harder than it should. The fix is a full re-gear of both your front and rear axles. That re-gear job costs anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000 on top of everything you already spent on tires and lift parts. One popular shop quotes $2,300 for a JL Wrangler re-gear alone. But the bills don't stop there either. Bigger tires mean faster wear on your ball joints, your axle shafts, your wheel bearings, and your brakes. Your insurance premium goes up because modified vehicles cost insurers more to fix after a claim. And if you ever decide to sell your Jeep down the road, mainstream buyers will run away from a heavily modified rig, which destroys the famous Wrangler resale value Jeeps are known for. The truly crazy part. Industry data from SEMA shows around 62% of older Wranglers are modified, even though the vast majority of those owners never seriously go off-road. Mall crawlers spending rock crawler money on parts they'll never actually need. Be brutally honest with yourself before you swipe that card. Wait until you hear number 2, because thousands of Jeep owners have already paid for repairs they were never required to pay for. At number 2 is paying out of pocket for defects Jeep already covers. This one is going to make some of you genuinely angry. Jeep has quietly extended warranties and issued recalls on a whole bunch of known problems, and most owners have absolutely no idea about any of it, so they end up paying full retail price for repairs that should have been completely free. Let's start with the Pentastar tick. The 3.6 V6 engine in 2011 to 2013 Wranglers has a well-documented left side cylinder head failure. It throws a misfire code on cylinder 2, runs like garbage, and sounds like someone shaking marbles in a coffee can. The fix at an independent shop runs anywhere from $3,200 to $5,500. But Chrysler quietly extended the warranty on this exact problem to 10 years or 150,000 miles under Warranty Bulletin D-14-12. If you own one of these years and you paid for that repair without checking the bulletin first, you may actually be eligible for a full reimbursement. Then there's the 4xe fire recall mess. NHTSA campaign 25V741 currently covers 320,065 Jeep 4xe vehicles for high voltage battery fire risk. Stellantis has confirmed 19 separate vehicle fires and at least one injury tied to this defect. Battery replacement and the software fix are completely free under the recall. If your 4xe had any related battery work done out of pocket already, that's money you can fight to get reimbursed. And the biggest one of all is the Death Wobble class action settlement. It covers 2018 to 2020 Wranglers and 2020 Gladiators. The settlement extended the front suspension damper warranty to 8 years or 90,000 miles, and owners can actually apply for reimbursement on suspension repairs they already paid for out of pocket. Go to the NHTSA website, plug in your VIN under Recall Lookup, and check the open bulletins before you spend another dollar at the dealer. The number one waste on this list might be the most expensive single mistake new Jeep buyers can make right now. And the number one biggest money waste is the 4xe premium trap. The Jeep Wrangler 4xe starts around $52,000, which is a serious chunk of change over a regular gas Wrangler. For a long time, the financial math kind of worked out because of that big federal tax credit. Those days are gone. The federal tax credit on the Jeep 4xe dropped from $7,500 down to $3,750 in April 2023 once the sourcing rules changed. Then, on January 1st, 2025, it dropped all the way to zero because Jeep failed the new critical minerals requirements. And then, on September 30th, 2025, the entire federal clean vehicle credit ended nationally under the new tax law signed by Congress. So anyone buying a 4xe today, expecting that magical $7,500 bonus, is getting absolutely nothing back from the feds. But it gets way worse from there. The 4xe needs home charging to actually work like a hybrid, which means another $500 to $2,000 to install a proper level 2 charger if you don't already have an outlet wired in your garage. The 2.0-liter turbo plug-in hybrid powertrain is way more expensive to repair than the regular Pentastar V6 when something breaks. And the 4xe has been hit with 3 separate fire recalls over the last few years. Owners have been told at various points to stop charging the 4 truck overnight and to avoid parking it near their house until the official fix is in. Then there's the broader Jeep tax problem on top of everything else. During the 2021 to 2022 inventory shortage, dealers were tacking $5,000 to $10,000 market adjustment markups on regular Wranglers and up to $30,000 on the Rubicon 392. Every dollar you pay over MSRP is a dollar you'll never see again at resale time. If you're shopping for a 4xe right now, run the numbers cold and honest. The fuel savings on a plug-in hybrid only beats the gas price premium if you can charge at home every single day and your daily commute is genuinely short. For most buyers out there, the regular Pentastar V6 Wrangler still wins on total ownership cost. And that's the list. How many of these money traps have you fallen for, and which one surprised you the most? Let me know down in the comments. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more Jeep tips, maintenance secrets, and ownership advice. And if you want to keep learning how to save money and make your Jeep last longer, click on the video that's on your screen right now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.